Hi guys, and welcome to episode number 8 of my new Pokemon battle series, the School of HardKnocks. Today we'll be going on to the battle spot ladder under the World Championship Series rules, which are the current rule set for the Video Game Championships this season. We'll be jumping straight in, and hopefully we'll continue our great winning streak that we started yesterday and the day before, and kind of continue that and going on with that. So I said yesterday that I was going to check my Katana spread straight after the video just to check that it was EV'd correctly, and it turns out it wasn't, so that was no big surprise because it should have never outspeeded. I think in Monday's video my Salamence outsped the Katana, which didn't make any sense at all, but I've checked the rest of the team, and everything's good, so hopefully that just kind of helps improve the battles a little bit and helps us going a bit forward. I'd missed a ton of speed EVs out of the Katana and some special defensive EVs as well, so that was quite huge, and it probably did make a difference in some of the matches. I'm not sure if it did or not, but let's just jump on to the ladder now and we'll see if we can find an opponent. So yeah, continuing on, hopefully Glaceon puts in a lot more work again today. Put in a lot of work the last 2 days. Those 4 battles, I feel like it's just performing so well at the minute. It's performing a lot better than what I kind of expected it to perform like in the first few matches that we've played. So hopefully you can continue today. We're on a nice rating of 1770 with a decent win streak, and then we're kind of continuing this rating on from the videos that I did before Christmas and New Year. So it's not all with just this team, but hopefully, like I said, the main aim this week was to hit the 1800, so hopefully we can do that by the end of the week, and then we'll see what happens into next week with getting into the 1900s, because that would be amazing, because I haven't really played much on the battle spot other than this during this series this season, so it would be nice to break the 1900s, see how far we can get and see how far we can take the team. Anyway, we've got our first opponent from Italy. We've got Gabrielle on a 1670 rating, running a team of Magnezone, Talonflame, Garchomp, Pheromosa, Milotic and Alolan Muck. So Talonflame is something I haven't seen for a long while, and I don't know, it seems to probably be picking up a bit more usage now in the season. It makes a bit more sense with everything that's gone around. It is so good against Cortana and a lot of other big threats that are going around at the minute, and it has got that the Gale Wings Tailwind priority, which is pretty huge. So stop waffling and let's get in and let's decide what I'm going to bring. The Pheromosa is a bit of an issue, so I'm definitely I think I'm gonna lead off with, the Milotic causes a lot of issues as well. I think I'll lead Tapu Koko, and I think I definitely need Crocodile here. Let's think what I can do. I'm going to bring Glaceon. Actually, I'm not going to bring Glaceon. No, I am going to bring Glaceon, Cortana and Crocodile, because we're running out of time, and we'll see how we get on with that selection. So, jumping straight into it. I always feel a bit rushed sometimes picking the team, and I always think to myself I should stop waffling as much probably at times and concentrate more on my team selection, but it's all part of the process. I'm getting used to doing the videos and things, so hopefully it gets a little bit better as we go on. So my opponent leads off with Alolan Muck and Milotic. So straight away we need to be really careful for the muck onto the Tapu Koko, because it can quite easily just do a ton of damage. And the Milotic, I don't know, I wouldn't have thought he's going to keep it sticking round just to take any damage from the Tapu Koko. So, and I don't really want to Icy Wind into it either. What I might do this turn is just go against everything I've just said and Helping Hand T-Ball into the Milotic, which should pick up the KO as long as it's not got the Whacking Berry and it doesn't protect. But I do have Focus Sash on my Tapu Koko, so yeah, and there's the obvious protect coming out from the Milotic. So we're going to get punished for that turn, being greedy. We should have read into the protect really and protected ourselves and just stopped the muck from getting the attack off onto the Tapu Koko. As long as we don't get poisoned here, we should be alright. And there's a poison. So, punished turn 1 for being very greedy. And that puts us in a massive deficit because the Milotic now is a huge problem. But we do have the Kartana, so it's not the end of the world. So we'll just have to see how we can get on with 3 Pokemon left. Now I'd imagine the Muck is probably going to just target the Glaceon in this situation. And is he going to really want to leave the Milotic in? What's my opponent got? He's not got anything that really would appreciate switching into a Bloom Doom, so I'm just going to go for a Bloom Doom onto the Milotic, just in case, because if he switches in anything, actually, to really punish that, if he doesn't switch it out and he switches something else, and I'm going to punish it with a Helping Hand Bloom Doom. So even if the Magnezone comes in, it should still be doing a ton of damage with the Talonflame. And this might even pick up the KO on the Talonflame, it's not very defensively bulky. And the Muck, I would imagine, will probably go for a knockoff onto the Glaceon. Just have to see what happens. But this would be nice if it does pick up the KO, because it takes down one of the biggest threats that my opponent has against the Kartana. But it does resist it 4 times, so we'll just have to see what the damage is like. Nowhere near as good as it needs to be. And the Muck goes for the knockoff into the Kartana, which is great. So what we'll do now, I will switch my Kartana out, and I'm going to, for my Crocodile, and I'm going to go for an Icy Wind with my Glaceon. Now we'll get the Intimidate off onto both the Talonflame and the Muck to just nerf that damage output onto my Glaceon. And hopefully if we get the Icy Wind off, it's going to lower the speed of that Talonflame, so I should be able to outspeed it the next turn. Yeah, so the Talonflame's going for the Flare Blitz straight into the Crocodile and into the Glaceon. Okay. And he picks up the burn. And the Talonflame avoids. Okay, so this is not going great. Is that going to be enough to activate my... Okay, no it's not. I'm just going to crunch into the Talonflame because I imagine the Muck. And I want to protect my Glaceon because hopefully I can get the Berry activated with another round of burn damage. So I'm just going to protect it this turn, crunch into the Talonflame, hopefully that'll be enough to pick the KO. And I'd imagine the Muck in this situation might just protect. fearing the Earthquake coming out from the Crocodile. Yeah. Yeah, and the Talonflame goes for the Flare Blade straight into the Glacier, and we'll pick up the KO. And hopefully this turn we'll be able to get a berry activated. Oh, we don't. So it needs another round of damage. So let's see what my opponent brings back in. I'd imagine the Milotic will come back in here. And it's all question now really to whether my opponent has if it has the Pheromosa in the back. I might just go for a suicide attack here and Helping Hand Earthquake just to get as much damage as you can on. Is it worth it? Do I need the Glacian to stick around? I'm in a bit of a corner, that's the only thing. I'd probably switch in my... Yeah, what I'll do actually, I'll play a bit more of a defensive play. I'll protect my Crocodile and I'm going to switch my Glacian into my Kartana and get that back in. And then if I'm in a bit of a tight spot with my Crocodile later in the game, then it means I've got to switch in just to sack off the Glacian so I can get it back in and cycle the Intimidate. So what I'll do now, because I would expect the Milotic to protect, I'm going to just go for an Earthquake and protect with my Kartana to bait the protect on the Milotic. What I kind of expect it to do, but he might see right through that and just go for a Scald straight onto my Crocodile. But my Crocodile should survive, but it's always the risk, even if it survives, there's the 30% risk of a burn onto my Crocodile. So he doesn't protect with either of his Pokemon. I doubt this will take the Muck out. No. So see the Muck's Berry activate, probably. And the Ice Beam. Oh, so that works out quite nicely. So he doubled into the Kartana there. I'm just going to Earthquake again, and I'm not going to protect with my Kartana this time. I'm just going to Leaf Blade into the Milotic this turn. Because if he doesn't protect again, it means I'm going to clear the field. If he does, the Earthquake shouldn't kill my Kartana, but I should be able to clear the field of the Muck at the same time. And then it will all depend on his last Pokemon. And this is all in an ideal world, so things really need to go our way right now. Milotic protects, so this is not ideal for ourselves. Leaf Blade into the protect, and we'll pick up the KO on the Muck, but we're going to do damage to our Kartana as well, which isn't ideal, and it will all depend on what my opponent's last Pokemon is, and it does way too much damage to my Kartana really. And if my opponent's got the Pheromosa, it's going to be a really difficult finish to the end of this game, because I'm going to have to somehow maneuver my Glaceon in, preserve my Kartana for the Milotic, and get an Icy Wind off, really, to beat the Pheromosa, because it can quite easily just pick up the KOs on everything here. I think the only thing I can really do is switch my Crocodile into my Glaceon. I could just go for the double protect, to be honest, this turn. No, I can't really afford to. So I need to try and get a bit of a better board position. So hopefully we get the Glaceon in. Hopefully it takes a Scald and survives from the Milotic. The berry activates and I got enough to hopefully get one Icy Wind off. No, he went for the high jump kick into the Glaceon. So that's, yeah, that just makes sense. Kicking myself. So that was a really good play from my opponent there. Because I could have just went for the no, I don't think I can win it. I could have went for the Leaf Blade straight onto the Milotic that turn and I would have picked up the KO. But even at that point, I still don't think I have enough to beat the Pheromosa, to be honest, because it's still going to outspeed my Kartana. And now we just raise the speed of the Milotic and its special attack. So I think that is game there. Not a great start to today's video, so I feel like I've let the team down a little bit already. I made some questionable plays, definitely, but we learned from those, so we can only just take what we've done and improve on that in the next battles. I can't really do anything. I'm just gonna double into the Milotic. No, I'm not. I'm gonna, yeah. Can't really do anything other than that. I think it's kind of locked. So, yeah. Ice Beam into the Kartana to pick up the KO. And I imagine he's just gonna do the same Scald into my Crocodile. And that's a shame. So that wasn't ideal, but good games to my opponent. He made all the right calls and definitely deserved the win there. So good games, Gabriel. Oh, I definitely had chances in that match, and I think just letting my Tapu Koko go down so easy turn one just made it just an uphill struggle the whole time after that. So the protect was obvious from the Milotic that turn one as well, so I should have just protected my own Tapu Koko there, and maybe Tapu Koko wasn't even the right choice in that match either, so that is disappointing. But we'll not threat on that too much. We'll just go straight into game two, and we'll see if we can turn this round and improve. So yeah, we've dropped about 20 points on the ladder there, so we'll have to try extremely hard to try and get those back. I hate losing like that, but it is good because you do learn from it, and I haven't played a tremendous amount of games with this team, so I am still learning with it, but there's kind of fundamental errors that you make, and it's just a bit annoying sometimes when you just make those silly errors. So we've got our next opponent anyway, Man Baby from the USA. Great name. He is rocking a team of Celesteela, Alolan Raichu, Stoutland, Tapu Lele, Gigalith, and Garchomp. So, what are we going for here? Kartana's actually really good here. I think if I bring it, I just have to be a bit wary about the flamethrower from the Celesteela, if it's got it or not. I'm not going to bring my Tapu Koko because I don't really want to have to deal with that Raichu outspeeding everything. So I think I would settle with Salamence. Salamence seems quite good then. Yeah, I think what I'll do, I will lead Salamence and Kartana. I'm going to bring Glaceon and Should I bring Crocodile or... Crocodile would be quite nice here. Yeah, I'm going to bring Crocodile as well. So we'll go with Salamence, Kartana leads, Glaceon and Crocodile in the back. And we'll jump straight into this and hopefully we can kind of turn around the last match. It's funny, that's the first time, oh no, I did, just ignore me. I was going to say it's the first game I haven't led with Glaceon and I've lost. But I did lead with the Glaceon and I still lost, so it doesn't make any difference. So we're going to lead off with Salamence and Kartana, and our opponent is going to lead off with the Gigalith and Stoutland. And the Stoutland will have the Sand Rush, so it'll get the speed boost in the Sandstorm that Gigalith's going to kick up. There we go. But we have got the Intimidate off onto the Stoutland. And let's think, what is the best course of action here? I think what I'll do, I'll switch my Salamence out to my Crocodile, and I'm going to just protect with my Kartana just to see what my opponent does, because I'm a bit wary about the Stoutland. I'm not sure if it can learn Fire Fang or Flamethrower or anything like that, so I'd be a bit wary about something like that coming out into the Kartana. So I'm just going to protect it this turn. I don't want to lose a Pokemon turn 1 on the second game as well as I did in the first. So the Gigalith just withdraws and in comes the Garchomp. I'm going to protect with my Kartana and we'll see what the Stoutland's going to do. Goes for an Ice Fang into the Crocodile. The Crocodile takes that quite nicely. That's fine. I feel like I'm on a bit of a back foot with this. Now I could just... I'm going to protect my Crocodile. I'm just going to cycle these Intimidates because I'm still a bit... If he's got Ice Fang, there's every chance he could have Fire Fang as well. And this would be the turn to kind of go into it onto the Kartana. So I'm going to switch my Kartana into my Salamence. And then we get the Intimidate off onto the Garchomp. We're also protecting ourselves from any incoming Ground Z move from the Garchomp, protecting the Crocodile, and we're nerfing it with the Intimidate. So the damage output should be a lot less than it would have been previously. And even if an Ice Fang comes out from the Stoutland, Salamence should take it quite nicely now. It will be on -3, so that Stoutland is not as powerful as it would originally be. It's gone straight for the Ice Fang, so... Oh, and the Dragon Claw into the Crocodile. Right, okay. This isn't ideal. I'm just going to Earthquake with my Crocodile, get some damage off on everything on the field, and protect with my Salamence. I feel like I'm just digging myself a hole by just switching around too much. When you're doing this, your opponent's free to just keep attacking, and you're not getting any damage off. So the Stoutland anyway goes for the Ice Fang straight into the Salamence. The Garchomp's going to go for the Ground Z move, and I'd imagine it'll be into my Crocodile, but it is -1, so we'll see how much damage this does. Do survive, and I get the Earthquake off. But it's not really going to do enough damage. But we have taken the Z move. So I imagine the Ice Fang to come out from Stoutland onto my Salamence again. So I'm going to switch in my Glaceon at this point, just to take that Ice Fang. And I'm really just kind of stalling my way through this match. I really need to preserve the Crocodile I feel for the Gigalith late game. I do have Cortana though, but he is just slowly whittling down everything I've got. So the Ice Fang, yep, into the Glaceon. Which does, oh, that's a crit, okay. And the Dragon Claw. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go for the Icy Wind. Now hopefully that should pick up the KO onto the Garchomp and it will lower the speed of that. Let's see what my opponent has as well. I'm probably going to need the Salamence more than I'm going to need the Crocodile, to be honest. I'm going to switch in. I'm not even going to switch anything in. I'm just going to let my Crocodile go down here. And I'm going to just crunch onto the Stoutland. And I'm going to Icy Wind. Because my thinking is I really need to keep my Salamence around. Because it's the only thing I've got at the moment that has a fire move on it. And if he's got the Celesteela in the back, then it's not going to be ideal if I haven't got anything to attack it with, since I didn't bring the Tapu Koko. So I'm going to get the Icy Wind off on both of them, lower the Stoutland speed. Does the Sandstorm stop this turn? Yeah, so that's good. So I can bring in the Kartana at this point. And to get the Sandstorm out again, he's going to have to switch that Gigalith out. So I might go for a Sacred Sword onto the Stoutland, and I think I will just protect with my, do I want to protect? I don't really want to take a rock move onto my Glaceon, that's the only problem. Yeah, so I'm just going to protect the Glaceon this turn, hopefully pick up the KO on the Stoutland. Although he might just switch it out at this point. Yeah. So the Stoutland withdraws, Tapu Lele comes in, it's going to take it's going to take the Sacred Sword quite easily. And there's the Rock Slide. I'm in a bit of a situation now because I can't really afford to go for the Gigalith. But is this Tapu Lele Scarfed? If the Tapu Lele is Scarfed, then I'm in big trouble. I imagine it might be, you know. What I might do, just on a hunch, I'm going to guess it's Scarfed. I'm going to Bloom Doom into the Gigalith, and I'm going to Icy Wind into the Tapu Lele, and hopefully my Kartana survives. Yeah, so the Lele is Scarfed. I survive? Yeah, just about. I'm going to get the Bloom Doom off. So this should take the Gigalith out, and because I've got the Icy Wind off with my Glaceon, it will mean that I kind of negate the Scarf on the Tapu Lele, so I should outspeed it next turn. And we're not going to have to deal with a fast Stoutland any longer. So there's still light at the end of the tunnel, at least, a little bit. We get the Beast Boost. As long as this hits, that's great. So we will outspeed the Tapu Lele next turn. I don't know what's going to come in. Is it going to be the Stoutland for the Intimidate? Yeah. if I was my opponent here, I would probably switch out the Lele into the Garchomp to reset that speed drop. But if I don't go for it and it stays in, I'm in a bit of a situation. So I'm gonna go off that hunch. I'm gonna just Sacred Sword into the Southland, and I'm gonna Icy Wind again. And hopefully if he does do that, I catch the... Nah, he's not gonna... Damn. But we'll see who the Lele attacks here. It would make sense to go for the Kartana. Yeah. But he is going to be on -2 now. So this would mean my Glaceon will outspeed it the next turn. Oh no! Okay. This is not ideal. And Glaceon is definitely the target. I think they're gonna... can they afford to double into my Glaceon? Because Glaceon, if I can get one Icy Wind off, I can technically beat both of these Pokemon. Let's think about what I can do here. So I can Draco Meteor into the Garchomp, but then Salamence. Let's think. Salamence will outspeed the Lele actually. So I'm just going to Draco into the Garchomp, and I'm going to Icy Wind as well and see what happens. So he's going to Dragon Claw into the Salamence, and we'll see if my Glaceon can survive a Psychic. Come on Glaceon, pull it back. No, damn. Okay. That is unfortunate. I couldn't have really done anything there. I don't think. Even protecting the Salamence would have just meant the Salamence went down the next turn. I really had to get through that turn and get an Icy Wind off. It was a bit unfortunate the Icy Wind the turn before that missed, because then the Tapu Lele would have been slower than the Glaceon, so I could have Shadow Balled it, and then the Garchomp on -1 isn't going to be picking up the KO onto Glaceon. But that is just how things go. So unfortunately, we haven't had that good of a run today. Yeah, just some things to take note of, and I think just think a bit more when I'm making my turns. I will be back tomorrow with another episode, and hopefully tomorrow we can pick back up on that winning streak that we started the week on. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I know the battles weren't wins, but we can't win everything all the time. This is Pokemon, and I had some good opponents today, so thank you very much to my opponents. Thank you for watching, guys. I've really enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed the episode, smash the like button. It is very much appreciated. And I'll just say a quick thank you to everyone for their support I've had for the channel so far. It's just really, I just have no words to describe it. It's brilliant. This community is great and I love it. And I'm going to keep doing these videos. So I will see you again tomorrow. So see you later, guys. Bye-bye.